And Bonds hits one high. It's a deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone. Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining, and they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Ervin. Ervin and Curry, one-on-one. Ervin puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What's up, everybody? And welcome to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Stacks on Stacks. Lads here with my guys. Got my boy Ervin on one side and Mr. Raider Eddie. How y'all fellas doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Nice.
I can't complain, but no one cares. So we'll say I'm good.
I guess there's always something to complain about, right?
Yeah, I have to watch the A's play baseball. That's a big problem for me.
Oh, my God, dude. Don't get me started on the A's. We will talk some baseball probably in a little bit.
I won't.
But welcome everybody to the show. We got a nice show packed for today. But first, make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. Craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to move. Get on that. And yeah, man, got a nice show. Excited for tonight, man. Always nice to have Ervin on the show. We're going to talk some AFC West win total over-unders, and both these guys are fans of AFC West teams, so I don't think either of them are going to like what I have to say about their respective teams, but that's okay. But first, man, we had some stuff go down today. Actually, last night really went down. The fucking Suns got their asses handed to them. The Dallas Mavericks at one point were up by 50 points in the game. The game was never fucking close. The Suns scored 27 points in the first half. Just totally
36 points in the third quarter.
Bro, outrageous. The thing
At
is,
one point the lead was like 56 something. So I was like, damn.
Bro, it was out of control. The thing that's hella funny is I played the under in that game, under 204.5. The game at halftime had a 95% chance to hit the under, and it ended up going over. That's crazy. It was talk about a bad beat, dude. That was one.
Gotta love garbage time basketball, dude.
Bro, because the Suns, the Mavericks, like the Suns couldn't score, and then the fourth quarter they like just put in the reserves, and the Suns were able to kind of score a little bit, and it changed the whole outcome of the game. But as here nor there, that's how betting goes sometimes. You know what I mean? Though you win some, you lose some, and those are the worst ones to fucking lose. But today, Pat Beverly goes on ESPN, and he had some very interesting things to say. So I'm gonna play a clip here, and then we're gonna react to it.
First off, I know a lot of them get a lot for this, but I don't really care. They benched the wrong person. Should have benched Chris. And I'm not saying bench him now. Once you see they start attacking Chris early, and that might become a problem later on, you need to see how my team works without Chris in the game a little bit. I got benched. We won though. Right. You don't even remember that. Right. Okay. Right. I'm saying so. As a coach, you have to understand that. Man, I have to understand they're attacking my main guy. I can't get buckets from him. I have to make an adjustment, whatever that adjustment is. And that's no fault against Monty. He's a great coach of the year. But T. Lue, if T. Lue's there, he's making that decision. It's a hard decision, but he's making it.
He's benching Chris Paul in Game 7.
Not benching him, but spurts here. We got to see something else. I mean, apparently it didn't work.
Acknowledging that it has become a problem, and despite his stature, I'm just making sure I'm understanding, despite his stature in the game,
coach the game, not the play.
Coach the game, not the play.
So that was one of many things he said. He also called him a cone.
Right. A cone.
A cone.
He said, the point guard is a cone.
But Eddie, let's start with you. Like, what was your takeaway from what Pat Beverly said? Was he in the right? Was he in the wrong? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I don't understand why Pat Beverly's trying to compare himself to Chris Paul, first off, by saying, oh, I got benched. Well, yeah, you're Pat Beverly. It's a little different. But at the same time, like, I get what he's saying. Like if they're going at Chris Paul and they were consistently, he wasn't able to do anything on either end of the floor. Like, do you bench him? I don't know, but they didn't even try switching. They didn't try anything. They just kind of let it happen, right? So I feel like it's more on the coach than it was Chris Paul in that bad matchup. But I don't know. I just don't think Beverly should be comparing himself to Chris Paul, in my opinion. Like that's where he loses it, right? Like his initial statement is not terrible. It's not a bad idea, but the minute that comparison comes in, like me, I stop listening to him. So yeah, dude's a clown, but I don't like him personally. So it's not, I mean, that could be some of it too.
Ervin, what was your takeaway from it?
Shout out to Pat Bev. He's been a regular at my club so a couple times, you know. So I wouldn't say he compared himself to Chris Paul. I think he was just speaking strictly from a coaching and defensive standpoint, and that's his specialty. So I agree with him. I didn't have a problem with what he said. The only thing that players would have a problem with, because they basically he breaking the code, because he's saying guys is lying, they don't want to tell him the truth, and other players done told him this and that about Chris Paul. But he was just speaking from, he's a professional athlete, peer to peer. He was just speaking his mind. Pat Beverly always keep it real, so you can't fault him for that.
Yeah,
I know Damian Lillard tried to call him out, but I'm like, then people was blowing out reports about he's tearing down another black man at his low point. I'm like, bro,
yeah, that's too far.
Yeah, he's just talking basketball, bro. That's
Right.
all he was doing. So then you got people reaching. So that's what I don't like. But for the most part, he was spot on. Like Chris Paul was playing terrible. As bad as he was on the defensive end, you could argue he was even worse on the offensive end.
Right.
Those last 5 games is probably the worst 5 games you've ever seen Chris Paul play in his career.
No, I kind of agree with both of you, honestly. Like, I found it very entertaining. You know what I mean? Like,
Of course.
I thought Pat Bev was very entertaining, but at the same time, like, I could see where like Matt Barnes came out and said something, and I kind of see like that perspective too, because he's like, yo, like Chris Paul's way better than you, dog. Like, you're out here like shitting on him like you're a better player. You know what I mean? And that's just disrespectful. And I totally understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? And I heard people saying like, well, analysts, talk down on players all the time, but it's like, yeah, but those aren't their peers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I kind of understand that part too. But I mean, yeah, Ervin, you nailed it on the head, dude. Like Chris Paul was not good in the last 5 games of the playoffs. He was awful, and it's crazy because he had that closeout game against New Orleans where he went 14 of 14 from the field, and it was one of the best playoff games of all time. And then he has just 5 duds, dude. I mean, is it, Ben brought it up last night. He said, Chris Paul's 37 years old. Like, this could just be wear and tear throughout the season because the Suns, 64-win team, they took the regular season very serious.
Yeah, they beat everybody else by at least minimum 8 games. So
yeah, and the reason why they did that was because everyone like called them frauds last year. So they were like, all right, well, we're gonna prove it, And we see this time and time again. Like some teams take the regular season a little too serious. A 73-9 win Golden State Warriors, they wore down at the end of the playoffs. They were fucking tired as shit. It's a long season, you know what I mean? And that could have played a part. Father Time's undefeated. You know what I mean?
Right.
So as far as Pat Bev goes, he has every right to have his opinion, man. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I agree. And I think too, like to your point, like if this is Pat Bev like saying this 3 years after he's retired, I don't think it's a big deal. Right, like it's just a analyst giving their opinion. Like Barkley and Shaq, they rip on players all the time. No one really says anything, right?
Yeah, but those are two of the best players to ever.
Well,
play
yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
Those 2 legends, though. Okay.
Right, or Kenny the Jet Smith, right? He ain't nothing, but he rips on players too. We'll throw that one out there.
They G14 classified.
I would consider Pat Bev, and obviously he's a better player than Kendrick Perkins was, but I would put him on that kind of level. And people clown Kendrick Perkins because he was like, he wasn't a great player. They're like, yo, like, what are you doing, dog? Like, you were average, bro, at best. Like, you rode the coattails of hella teams, you know what I mean? But
the funniest thing about Kendrick Perkins is I forgot he would have somebody, right? And a fan posted like a all-time like blooper rule in, like, this you? And Kendrick Perkins tweeted and said, fuck you, boy. He was hot.
Hey, I mean, like Kendrick Perkins compared to myself and us, you know, much better
Yeah,
basketball
of course.
player.
Yeah, Joe, he would kill us, but I'm just saying, like, that shit was funny.
Yeah, and
He
it's
didn't go. He almost went Kwame Brown, but he didn't go full Kwame Brown.
oh man,
That dude he was on one.
that was unbelievable. If you're the Suns though, kind of bouncing off of everything. If you're the Suns, I mean, that was embarrassing, right? Like, where do you go from here? DeAndre Ayton's a restricted free agent. Devin Booker is probably going to be eligible for a super max.
Max.
I mean,
He
where
made
do you
all
go?
NBA this year too, right?
Well, if he hasn't, they haven't announced the teams, but if he's going to finish all first team All NBA, and if he does, he's eligible for that super max.
Yeah, that 230 million.
Yeah, for 5 years, fucking 40 mil a year. That's what he's gonna get.
Ooh, then Aiden probably demand about what?
Ayton's gonna get a rookie max extension, so he's gonna get about, you know, I think
5
it's like
years,
25,
163.
23 and a half million a year. So I mean, if you're the Suns, what do you do, Irv?
They got some decisions to make.
Because you obviously need to upgrade that roster.
Yeah, because they probably need some more shooters. Crowder's probably gone because that 3 is too inconsistent.
I think he's got one more year, dude, left on the
He
deal.
do?
Yeah, that's what I read.
Damn, so it's gonna be kind of
So
hard.
he's
I don't know the cap situation either, too. So because you got Bridges up and coming, Johnson probably needs more minutes, in my opinion. Damn, I don't know. It's gonna be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Then the backup point guard was hurt, right?
Cameron Payne.
Yeah, Payne was hurt, right?
Yeah.
Is he a free agent? They bring
No,
him
he
in
played.
late?
He played yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, damn, I didn't notice, but
So next year on the books they have Devin Booker for 33.8 million.
Mhm.
They have Chris Paul for 28.4, Mikal Bridges for 21 million, Jay Crowder for 10.1, Shamet for 9.5, Dario Saric for 9.2. So they're already over the tax. They're already over the salary cap.
So they could probably swing Shamit and Sarge for like another wing guy because they need another wing defender, man. Luka was cooking, man. He was killing their ass. So, and even their best one, Bridges and Booker, couldn't do nothing with him either. So probably another
Yeah,
wing
Luka
defender.
does that versus everybody, bro. That's
But he was barbecuing like they was, yeah. I don't know, probably another 3-and-D guy. They probably need another center too because Aiden gets wore down because he's pretty much their end all be all. So probably get some more size. JaVale McGee just don't got it no more, bro. He's just
cooked.
yeah. So I don't know, probably another center, another wing.
Everybody needs wings though, because I mean, look at the Bucks, man. That's why they lost. I mean,
Yeah, but
obviously Chris Middleton was hurt, but
Let's say Middleton's out.
That's
kinda-
arguably your second best player. So
yeah, but I mean, like
and y'all
it
got
showed
that
like
far without him.
well, yeah, because like, we got the best player in the world, but that's the only reason why, dude. Without Giannis, that team is trash, bro.
Yeah, of course.
He literally
It's
won
a-
like 3 games by himself in that
He
series.
just
man.
got 40 and 20 every game, dude.
Shout out to all the smoke going around the SSAW right now, courtesy of your boy's part of it.
I got a target on my back. I'm aware. It's okay though.
had to let Russell know about his sons. I'll get the Celtics a break. The Bucks. I like Giannis, and Jordan's got enough people on this.
It's all right, man. I mean, bro, I knew coming into that series it was going to be very difficult for the Bucks to win. Like I wasn't expecting them to win the series, but I knew that as long as 34 is on the court, you always have a chance, dude. And
you
he
knew the
proved
Bulls
it.
fans was coming for you because you've been talking shit about them all year. So
Well, they're gonna, dude. The thing that sucks about the Bulls is they're gonna be even worse next year. So I hope
think
they,
so.
yeah, bro.
I think them healthy, they'll be better.
They might not have Levine, and then the news comes out today that the Bulls front office is very severely concerned about Lonzo's knee. And DeMar DeRozan had the best year of his career. He's not going to do that again. He regressed in the playoffs. He was a shell of himself.
Damn. So what's wrong with Lonzo knee? A fracture or?
They're saying they're concerned, dude. Like it could be a ongoing problem.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Arthritis or something like that or something.
yeah, like the recovery is not going as well as it should. Like he may need surgery again. And then obviously Levine had surgery on his knee. There's also he's also a free agent, unrestricted free agent, by the way. So they can't even match an offer sheet. Like he can literally go sign wherever he pleases. Anyone that offers him a contract. So they could very well lose Levine, dude. There's rumors that he might sign with San Antonio because Levine, because him and DeJounte Murray are homies. They're both from Seattle.
Oh, okay. Well, Bulls, get it together.
You know what I mean? So, bro, they could very
out
well
to-
be a lot worse than last year, bro.
shout out to Chicago and the Chicago fan base, but shit, my Lakers need to get their act together too.
Yeah, and then that rumor comes out today about the Lakers, Ervin, that they are not going to trade Russell Westbrook because they probably can't.
If they don't trade Russell Westbrook, I might not watch not one Laker game next year. So I'll let that be known down.
That is one big pile of shit.
I couldn't believe it. I went to the Lakers Clippers game, and I swear,
How many shots off the backboard?
every time that dude touched the ball, whether we was winning, getting blowed out, close, the Clippers fans started cheering because they knew something was gonna go right for him. Every time he touched the ball, like it was horrible. Then we got cooked. Then we got cooked by Darren Collinson, looked like MJ. I was like, bro, I can't believe I spent money on this shit, man. That shit pissed me off. And then the 2 days later, LeBron scores fucking 50-something against the Warriors.
Hey. Yeah, Lakers got some issues, man. They don't even have a coach either.
Yeah, we keep Russell Westbrook, bro. Just pack it up. RC, we ain't doing shit next season.
Nice. All right, let's move over to the NFL. Let's move over to some futures. Let's talk about the gridiron. So I got the win totals up on the screen right here. Kansas City over under is 10.5 right now. Denver Broncos over under is 10. Chargers over under is 10, and the Raiders over under is 8.5. The interesting thing about these numbers, about these win totals, is none of them moved after the draft. Not one. Not the Chiefs, not the Broncos, not the Chargers, and not the Raiders. Obviously, the Raiders didn't have a first-round pick. Broncos didn't have a first-round pick. But that was interesting to me that, no line movement at all.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because the Chiefs had 2 first-round picks, but they drafted for need. They went defense. Most people thought they was going to go offense. They got Sky Moore in the second round. So I see how it balances out. Plus, you got to think about who they lost. They lost Tyreek Hill, the best weapon in football. But good luck with Tua after that video came out.
Right.
So,
right, dude. What are we talking about?
Enjoy all that money you made, buddy. But I
Right.
want to stay with Mahomes. But I kind of get it because, like I said, Raiders didn't have a first or a second round pick. So I wasn't expecting the draft to impact the teams as well. The Chargers had a pretty good had a pretty good pick, but I don't think the draft was gonna like majorly have a huge impact on the AFC West because every team has such a good offseason. Even KC losing Hill, they still bounced back pretty nice with Juju and Valdez Scantling, and they still got Mahomes. So
And I think Ervin, I think Sky Moore,
Yeah.
I think he was the top 3 wide receiver in the draft.
He was in my top 5, but
Yeah, I agree. Could be a little dark horse for rookie of the year
but
too.
him going to the Chiefs, that's the one team I didn't want him to go to.
Right.
That's what I'm
I agree.
saying. Like, it's only
100%.
going to be, I think him and that kid from North Dakota State, Watkins, like, I think they're in a perfect situation because they got two of the best quarterbacks throwing them the ball.
Yeah, well, he just got to run more routes, bro. I went back and watched his tape. He's a physical beast, but
Sky Moore?
No, Watkins from North
Dakota State. That's the thing, though. They like run the ball hella, dude. You know what I mean?
But because all he ran was 9 route screens. He wasn't really running. He ran like 2-3 routes. So, but that's definitely going to change in the NFL.
Yeah, no, Devontae Adams was, wasn't really known as a whole route runner when he came into the league. That's why he went to the 3rd round.
Second round. Well, it was mostly the offense too, though. But yeah, you got to work on your craft, man. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do that. He's super excited. He's not just gonna be a second round pick and flame out. Plus, he got Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball, so he's gonna be all right.
The Chiefs here too. Their schedule, they start off pretty tough, man. First, in the first half of the season, they got Packers, Cardinals, Chargers, Colts, Bucks, Raiders, Bills, Niners, dude. They have a stretch where they literally play the Cardinals, or I'm sorry, I the Packers is preseason. I'm sorry. They have a stretch here though where they open with the Cardinals, then the Chargers, then the Colts, then the Bucks, then the Raiders, then the Bills, then the Niners. You're basically talking all teams that could potentially make the playoffs right there. You're playing them in the first 2 months of the season.
Right.
Then you go.
Well, the AFC West
means-
schedule is brutal for every
So that
team.
means their second half of the season is going to be cake probably. Then,
Their second half is a lot nicer.
They got like the
They go
Seahawks, the Rams,
Jacksonville,
Titans.
They got Texans, and Seahawks. Those are the only like bad teams they play, dude.
Right. Well, the AFC West schedule is rough, dude. Like for each team.
They got Mahomes, so they'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, well, let's talk about your guys' team. So let's start with you, Ervin. Denver Broncos, obviously you bring in Russell Wilson. You guys won 8 games last year, so this market is basically saying they only think Russell Wilson is worth 2 points. Obviously there's some other things in there as well. You know, what's your thoughts on your guys' over under here? Like, where do you see the Broncos?
I could see us winning 10 games. Do I think we're gonna win more than that? Hell yeah. But
At least you're honest, bro.
starting off, we have like our first 4 games are against playoff teams except for the Seahawks. So that's gonna be a blowout. I don't know why they put that on Monday night, but I get it. Russell Wilson going home. But I think the front half of our schedule is not as tough as the back half, because I know it's a stretch on the back half where we play like 4 or 5 playoff teams in a row. So I think we're gonna be all right. The key thing with us is we just gotta stay healthy. If we stay healthy, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a good shot at winning the division. It's just that's what the AFC West is gonna come down to, because no team is that much better than any other team besides one team has the best quarterback on the planet. So that's what's keeping the Chiefs in the hunt. And the Raiders improved a lot this offseason. Did they improve to the point where I think they're going to be a threat to be a Super Bowl contender? No. But they are going to be a playoff contender. So I think that's going to be the difference in the AFC West. It's health. The Chargers got better. Raiders got better. Chiefs lost Tyreek Hill, but that could be addition by subtraction because Mahomes will spread the ball around more.
Right.
So
yeah, I kind of agree with you. I agree with you, except for the whole like over 10 wins thing for the Broncos. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. Under 10.5, you say 10. I said 9 before the season. So like right in the same boat there. But like the problem that we're seeing with the AFC West is like when they play each other, right? Like you remember back in the day with like the Ravens and the Steelers, like those games they played each other. And then what happened the weeks after? Like they're being banged up from those games. So every time an AFC West team plays another AFC West team, you know, it's the next week that I'm really going to be more looking at, you know, because it's going to be a hype game when the Broncos play the Raiders, when the Raiders play the Chargers, when the Chiefs play, whatever the case may be. I think each team, except for the Raiders, have 5 games on prime time this year too. So add that in there in their schedule. But again, like we were talking about, this is like one of the toughest schedules, like away from the division schedules as well. I mean, they all play the Colts. Like going to like the Raiders, for example, like we still have to play Pittsburgh, the Saints, who actually don't look as bad as I was hoping they were going to look maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. They get like at home, they get the Colts, Patriots, and Niners, which is nice because those are 3 tougher games. At least you're at home for them. But you still got to go on the road. I mean, you get to play in Jacksonville, which is nice, but you still got to go to LA, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Tennessee. So there's not really like easy layup games for them. Plus you play the 6 games of division. Imagine you go 3-3 in the division. Like that's like what I think each team in the division, maybe not the Chiefs, they probably look for better results, but each team would be happy with 3-3 with an even split. So like, where are we going to get these other wins is like the question. Like they have the Raiders at 8.5. Again, I see the Raiders with Denver in like that 9.5 range. Like, so like for the Raiders, the over for me is a good bet. But for like the Chargers, like I don't trust the Chargers. I don't care how good you put the Chargers. They're always going to be an 8 to 9 win team. They find ways to lose all the time. It's been their MO since I was a kid. It's going to continue to be that way because that franchise stinks. Their fan base stinks, all 12 of them. So the Chargers at under, I would say that's under as well because fuck them.
So I put bets in on 3 futures this year, and one of them I've bet at 3 different books, and it's the Raiders under 8.5 because they are the worst team in this division, Eddie. Like they didn't upgrade.
But you say
their
the worst team in the
defense.
division, and they're still like a top 2 team in every other division in the NFL. So that's where
Maybe
I
so,
don't understand.
but they have to
That's
play
your point.
They have 6 games against their division, and they have a difficult schedule on top of that. And yes, they improved their offense. They improved their offense a lot, maybe. I mean, the offensive line is still a question mark, right? They still have to be able to run the ball. But I thought their defense last year was kind of a fluke. You know what I mean?
The defense was terrible last year.
But they stepped up at the end of the year. That was really what helped them.
Yeah,
That's what got them in the playoffs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Was
they
their
still can.
defense.
The red zone was terrible, but no, I get what you're saying.
And I didn't see any upgrades. The secondary didn't get any upgrades. I think they're the most flawed team, and they have the least depth of all the teams in that division too. And the Broncos don't have a ton of depth too. And I've spoken that about with Ervin. I said that's my concern about the Broncos is they get a key injury or two like they did last year when Bradley Chubb went down, and their defense was dramatically changed, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't think
either
any team in the AFC West has a ton of depth, to be honest with you.
Well, I think
the
Chiefs
Chargers are
added a
top
ton of
heavy as
depth.
shit. Like the Chargers are top heavy. They have nothing behind their starting 11 on each side. Same with Kansas City.
But I
Same
love
with
the
the Raiders
Chargers'
and Denver.
offensive line. They have the second best quarterback in the division. My biggest concern about the Chargers is they can't fucking stop the run, and they go out and get Khalil Mack. Like, dude, you couldn't stop the run,
Right.
and you go out and get another pass rusher. Like, that wasn't the issue. The issue was
I'm glad they didn't get Jordan Davis.
Right.
Dude. That was like, oh my god! I was like, dude, it's right there. That was
the
their
Chargers being the
biggest
Chargers,
weakness, dude. That was their biggest fucking weakness, and they didn't even address it that much. But Kenneth Murray was hurt last year, so that he played banged up. That was another thing. So Derwin James is one of the best defensive players when he's healthy. Again, big question mark when he's healthy.
They got JC though, man. I don't know. They could stay healthy. They might. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but it's the NFL. No one stays healthy.
Yeah, they look
You
good
know
on
what I'm saying?
paper. I'm gonna say that the Chargers.
Yeah, they look good. If you play in Madden, the Chargers would be dope.
They look good on paper.
I think those are the 2 best teams. And I do think the Broncos are gonna make the playoffs. I think 10 wins for the Chargers and Broncos is like right there, dude. But if those teams win 10, because I think the Chiefs are just as good too. You know what I mean? Like
So the Chiefs are the wild card for me. Like, I mean, obviously they got Mahomes and Kelsey. Like they're still stacked. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think their defense gonna be better this year, honestly.
like I feel like like you kind of mentioned earlier, Tyreek Hill leaving might be like the best thing to happen for him because now they have to actually run an offense. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, hey, Mahomes, you snap it, run around for 10 minutes, and Tyreek Hill will be open 50 yards downfield. Like they actually have to run plays now, which is good, but they don't have like a run game per se. Like McKissick came in last year, right? And played well.
Well, Andy Reid has never had a run game. That's one thing you can always count on
Yeah,
with the Andy Reid
that's
team.
true.
It's funny. They started off running the ball like the first 2-3 games, and then they just completely
went away from
Yeah,
it.
they like lost 2, and they're like, "Fuck, this doesn't work. Fuck it."
Because I think the first 2 or 3 games didn't Hilaire have 100 yards rushing each game or something like that. Well, got close to it. I know the first 2 he had over 100.
Well, I mean, against the Bengals, the Bengals were dropping 8, dude. It's like they could have just ran the ball the entire second half if they win the game.
I don't know. Sometimes that play call in NFL, I don't know.
There's a reason why Bellamy hasn't gotten a job yet, or Bieniemy, excuse me, hasn't gotten a job yet.
I think it's
reason.
more of his past than it is with his coaching ability because he's easily out of all the head coaches that got hired this go around. Which one of them called plays? Which one of them schemed the offense or has a Super Bowl under their belt? None of them.
Josh McDaniels.
But he did that with Brady. What has he done since Brady left?
I mean, he took Mac Jones to the playoffs, made him look good.
And what happened?
I mean, they lost, but he still got a rookie to the playoffs.
Yeah, and they also had a top 10 defense too, though, right?
Top 3 defense.
They also had. I mean, if you throw into Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar, and still.
So they haven't had weapons in forever, and that's the best weapons they done had in years. So.
I know it's sad.
So that's just how it goes. But I think Josh McDaniels is overrated as shit. But we'll see.
It's just because he was with Denver and he fucking sucked in Denver. He was terrible in Denver.
And you need to realize, Belichick's assistants don't do that good as head coaches outside of.
No, they don't. Yeah. They really
don't. One was a pretty the dude in Tennessee, and he wasn't even. He never coached under Belichick. He just played for him.
Nah, he was an assistant though for
Vrabel. Yeah, he was there. I think a linebacker coach.
Yeah, he was a linebacker coach.
No, I thought he left and went to Ohio State. He was at Ohio State for a long time.
Well, I think he started as the Patriots linebacker coach, and then he went to Ohio State, and then he went and coached with Kansas City when Romeo Crennel was there.
Romeo Crennel.
When he was defensive coordinator. And then he got the head coaching job.
Well, he's not under his coaching tree.
He wasn't like a coordinator. It's like, you're right there.
No, it's still good.
Trust me, you're going to be highly upset with Josh McDaniels.
Nah, I'll be fine.
So you guys are going.
You would have been better off with Gruden.
So you guys are going over for both your teams, obviously.
Well, I'm going over for my team. I think the Chargers will probably be right at 10 wins. So I'm not going to go over on them. Definitely going. The Raiders probably going to win about, I'll say 7-8 games, maybe 9.
I think they're at 7 or 8 too.
So, and the Chiefs, I got them going over just because if Patrick Mahomes stay healthy, I think they win 11, 12 games a year.
Another part of my like handicap on it too is that so many people are gonna bet the over for the Raiders because they're the sexy team. You know what I mean? Get Devontae Adams, and that's what everyone's thinking about, and everyone sees that number 8.5, and they're like telling you they're gonna bet that thing. That's gonna be the bet is over 8.5. That's the sexy pick. I always fade the public.
They still got Alex Leatherwood blocking.
Dude, I liked Leatherwood at Alabama though. I don't know.
He actually is crazy though because if you go back and watch him at Alabama, he was pretty damn. He played left tackle. He played guard.
He played everywhere.
He played pretty much every position except for center, and looked pretty damn good. And you gotta think he kept Neal on the bench for 2 years.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like I don't know what the hell is wrong with him.
Yeah, he got to the NFL.
I mean, give him a year, dude. It's a rookie year. You gotta give him more than 1 year.
He can't be that bad though. He was horrible.
He was pretty.
Played better at the second half of the year.
For a first round pick.
Cool. A lot of 3-step drop backs, huh? Quick game, slants,
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta work with what you got, dude.
y'all hit him pretty good the second half because that first half y'all let him block 1-on-1 and that dude was good.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole second half we didn't have a deep threat, so you couldn't go deep anyway. So it was more just
who's your deep threat this year?
I guess we still don't have one. We don't really need one, do they?
I know y'all got Devontae, huh?
Well, I hope they don't fucking send Devontae deep. That's exactly what I don't want.
Oh, I think
that's not what he's designed for.
You think y'all beat the Chargers week 1?
Yeah. No. It's a home game.
No.
It's a home game, dude. It's a home game.
It's one of their like few home games they're gonna have in this year.
Yeah, see, Vrabel never coached with the damn Patriots.
No, he wasn't even a position coach.
No, he started.
I thought he was for sure.
He started off as a linebacker coach at Ohio State. Then he coached the Texans linebackers, Houston defensive coordinator, Titans head coach, 2018 present.
Oh, that's right. Not the Chiefs. That was when Romeo Crennel was in Houston. Or Bill O'Brien, and Romeo Crennel was his defensive coordinator.
Enjoy Josh McDaniels. Just don't say you didn't hear it from me first.
No, I won't. I'm not worried about Josh McDaniels at all.
I think, dude, honestly, I like the Josh McDaniels hire because I like second go-arounds with young coaches because I feel like he's learned, dude. He's taken 10 years since what happened in Denver, right?
So why didn't he take the coach job? And that's a better job than the Raiders job.
The Colts job? Bro.
He accepted that job and then like
something happened there. Yeah, I don't know.
A week later, got cold feet and went back.
Didn't he get a fucking fat pay? Didn't he get like a nice extension too, going back to the Patriots?
Well, that's the thing is, I think he was told that he was going to get the head coaching job. Like, I think They
Like,
probably told
soon.
him like when Belichick retires, but I don't think Belichick wants to retire, dude. I think that's
Belichick is like Saban. They're gonna be coaching until they're about 90.
Right, he's gonna be fucking Palpatine out there and shit.
yeah, but I think Belichick's kind of falling off, bro. He's
Well,
like
yeah.
70 years old, dude. I
Well,
mean,
you
look
gotta
at the
think-
draft they had this year, bro. They drafted that kid that everybody had a 3rd-round grade on. They drafted
Yeah,
him in the
Dr.
first
Strange
round.
But his drafts have been bad since
Like 2012, 2014.
but he hit on Mac Jones.
I mean, he fell to him. He had to.
Did he
Low-key-
hit on him though? You know,
Low-key hit on Jimmy G, just he had to trade him because Tom Brady complained to the owner. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. But I mean, that
Yeah,
guy's
we'll
getting
see.
old, bro. He's like 70 years old now.
but that's definitely the Bills' division to lose.
Yeah.
And if Tua could throw the ball, I would put Miami over him. But
No, Tua can't throw. That's the issue.
Bro,
Like,
I can't wait. That's another under I played was under 9 wins for the Dolphins, dude.
Oh yeah, they definitely doing under. I don't see them winning more than 9 games.
Yeah.
Or winning 9 games.
Nah, not even, bro. The only thing they have going for them is that they play the Jets twice.
That's true.
yeah.
You know, but I think the Jets are improved too.
Yeah, they improved a lot. They killed the draft.
Yeah, they might win like 4 games this year.
And I say
That'd be
but
a
how many
great
did
year
they
for
win?
them.
How many did they win last year?
4, I think.
I think they win about 6.
Nah,
7.
No, they won 3. I think they beat the Bengals. They beat the Titans.
What's their
and
over under? Let me see.
5.5, dude. Their over under is 5.5,
5.5?
and it's juiced to the over. So you're paying a premium betting the over. I think last time I saw it was like minus 160. Let me see.
I think they definitely
Minus
go over.
145 for the over 5.5, dude. So the market is saying they're going over.
I would still hit the under on that because I think 5 wins would be an improvement and be better. But
Improved everything, and they got a good receiver. They got.
yeah, but it's young, dude. It's gonna take a little bit of time.
Nah, you see what Chase did.
Yeah, with Joe Burrow, dude.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is not. But I will say I wasn't.
But you gotta think. The second half of the season, Wilson played a lot better.
Yeah, he
He
was
did.
a lot better.
If that line could block and he actually got decent weapons, that dude has all the tools.
Yeah, no, but those are big ifs, dude.
I watched him
Right.
cook the Trojan, so I like Zach Wilson.
Yeah, a lot of people did that year.
Nah, not that year. That was 2 years ago. That was actually decent that
Oh,
year.
that was 2020. Yeah, I mean we won games, but we didn't look good winning a lot of games.
No, but we looked a lot better than last year.
Well, last year was a fucking disaster, dog.
Well, that ain't that hard.
Last year,
I'm
was
just
not
saying.
good.
Don't be surprised if Zach Wilson has a way better season than your boy Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean,
I'm not sold on
I
Trevor
like Doug
Lawrence either.
Peterson though, dude. I like Doug Peterson. I think he's a good coach.
He's a good coach, but his play calling just fell off his own.
Can't be any worse, dude. It can't be any worse than fucking bang bang finger bang, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Urban Meyer was horrible.
technically, Trevor Lawrence is still a rookie this year because that first year shouldn't
I
count.
called that from the beginning. That dude, he had no business ever going to the NFL.
Right.
I
Motherfucker
defended
didn't
it.
know who Aaron Donald was.
Yeah, that was that's ridiculous, man. Like, what the fuck was that
He
shit?
was like, who's this 99 guy? A lot of people keep talking about him.
Hey, before we get to our best bets, Ervin, I gotta ask you this: Dodgers game, 5-4 right now, top of the 9, 2 outs, about to finish it off. Craig Kimbrell is on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, Dodgers 2-5 on the week, including losses to the Pirates.
Yeah, we had our worst week of baseball. Hopefully that was the dry spell we get out our system and we just go back to our winning ways. But the Phillies was hot, bro. Even though our pitching is hurt, they was tearing us up, bro. I was like, damn.
No, the Phillies can rake, bro. They just can't pitch, dude. That's
Right.
that's
feel
the
like
biggest
that's-
issue.
Castellanos, bomb, Harper was on. I think he hit a home run down there every game.
Yeah, no, he tore it up last week. 3 home runs. I think he batted. I think he had 8 RBIs in the week, dude. He had a hell of
One game against us, I think he had like 4 or 5 RBIs. I was like, damn, we were beasting.
Yep.
Man, I wanted him to sign with the Dodgers so bad when he was a free agent. Sign with them trash ass Phillies.
Bro, you guys, you Dodger fans want everyone to sign with you.
Of course.
Well, when your ownership is controls over $400 billion, you can.
That's true.
yeah, take the Yankees.
Are you concerned though about the starting rotation?
I am because Kershaw went down. It's his back again. That flares up every year, it seems like now.
He's
May
old as fuck.
isn't coming back till probably right before the All-Star break. Trinan is going to be out to the All-Star break because his injury is worse than what they thought it was. So we got to get healthy, man. We got some damn good young arms, but they don't have no experience. And then you don't want to be dependent on them too much. But I think that lineup is going to be able to mask us not being 100% with our pitching. And they fucked us over with Trevor Bauer. That man, I wish he could do some type of Supreme Court something because he did not deserve to be suspended for 2 years, bro. That was terrible. But we just got to get healthy. Kershaw got to come back.
You think? Well, I guarantee the Dodgers make a move too for an.
Yeah, we got to.
They always do.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's like we don't got to give up. We probably want to give up our top level prospects. Should trade deadline if Turner's still teetering on not signing with us, then shit. I don't see him trading Turner. But if the right deal is out there to add a high level starter for Turner, shit, I would do it because.
He still doesn't want to re-sign in LA.
It's because Correa's deal. Wait, no, it wasn't Correa. Who got all that money they wasn't supposed to? Was it Javi Baez got overpaid? Basically, the shortstop market. He probably wants minimum $300 million.
Well, shit. I mean, Corey Seager got overpaid for how
he. That's what I was thinking about. That's what might fuck it up for the Dodgers. If he got 325, your boy Turner is at least worth what? That minimum, probably what, 350, 360?
Yeah, he's a better defensive shortstop.
Yeah, he's way more consistent with the bat.
Average.
Only thing Corey got over him is power. So
Yep.
So yeah, he might want a blockbuster deal. So that might lead the Dodgers on the outs. You know, because a lot of baseball players say they want to win, but at the end of the day, when they make it to that second contract.
Oh, you got to get that money, bro.
Yeah,
once you've won too, you gotta get paid. You know?
He won already too, so it's all about the money. But look out for Shohei coming to the Dodgers.
I'm telling you, dog. Some point, dude, they got to decide whether that man's gonna pitch or hit. Dude, think about this, Ervin. When it comes to the playoffs, you can't really have him in the rotation because he only pitches once every 7 days. So that you could potentially only have him start for one series. You know what I mean? In this one game and one series, he could potentially only start for. And that's your best pitcher, dude. So if you're paying him like money to be a hitter and a pitcher, because his next deal, if he's a pitcher and hitter, he's gonna get paid a fucking shitload of money.
Yeah, he's gonna probably get $400 million, bro.
Yeah, highest paid player easily.
But I want my best pitcher to pitch in the most meaningful games, dude.
Yeah, because that dude stuff is nasty. I don't know. I think how old is he?
He's gonna be like, I think he's almost 30, bro.
So I'll probably say he could probably pitch and hit for another, at an elite level, probably another 3-4 years.
Yeah, if he only pitches every 7 days. This is why I've been saying, dude, they should move him to the bullpen, bro. He should be the closer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that'll benefit his career a lot.
Yeah, because then he could pitch every fucking game damn near, and he could hit every day. You know what I mean? Yeah. And with the new rules where you can, like, he could stay in the game, dude. You know what I mean? So I think that's what dude, the Angels should hire me, dog. That's what they should do. Even though I fucking hate them.
If they do hire you, don't start selling fentanyl.
Oh shit.
Shit. All right. Before we close out the show, let's get to some best bets for tomorrow, man. We gotta throw out some best bets for tomorrow. Eddie, you got any best bets for tomorrow?
I got one. I got a little 2-team parlay. We go in NHL playoffs.
All right.
We got Carolina or the Florida Panthers, -1.5.
Okay.
We're gonna take them, and then we're also going Avalanche money line. You take that, you're getting +284. Panthers been one of the hottest teams at home this year. Also, they have not lost a game at home, I believe, in the last 2-3 weeks or so. So I think it's going to be a quick start. And when they win, they don't win by one. They're winning by multiple games. One thing about NHL playoffs, you have to understand, they're going to pull the goalie with 4 minutes to go because it doesn't matter. So you're going to get a lot of empty netters, 2-goal victories, a lot more than just a 1-goal victory. So there you go, +284.
Damn. Panthers. So you're going Panthers -1.5, even though they're less likely to win by 2 goals, and then you're taking.
No,
the
you're
team.
more likely to win. If you win, you're going to win by 2.
Yeah, but
if
I'm
you're
saying
up,
I'm basing it on the odds because Florida and Tampa are much closer than St. Louis and Colorado. So wouldn't it be smarter to take Colorado -1.5? And
I don't trust Colorado yet at -1.5. Plus, it's only +110.
They scored over 7 goals. They scored like 7 goals twice against the fucking.
Yeah, but it's the Blues, dude. Blues one of the better defensive teams in the NHL.
Yeah,
so
is nice.
that could be a 1-0, 2-1 type game.
All right. So parlay. Florida Panthers money line Florida Panthers -1.5. Colorado money line. Ervin, you got any bets for tomorrow?
Yeah, my best bet is 2 props.
All right.
Tatum and Butler both over 30 points tomorrow.
Ooh, Tatum Butler over 30. I don't like Tatum over 30, but I do like Jimmy Butler to go over 30 because my best bet of the day is Miami Heat money line. I'm not taking the points. Just give me the money line because I do think Boston is the better team in the series. But I think game 1, the emotions in Miami are going to be high. Boston coming off a very tough series against in Milwaukee, which is a very physical series, right? And Eric Spoelstra is one of the best coaches in basketball. So I think he's going to dial stuff up for Tatum, man. And I think the Boston's, it's going to take him a little bit to adjust. Plus, Marcus Smart may not be playing tomorrow, has a sprained foot. So give me Miami money line. You can get it about -125, -130, depending on the book. I think it's a safe play. That's the only bet I like tomorrow. So far, I haven't looked at baseball really yet. So give me Miami money line.
Yep. And if Miami wins, I would look to take Boston to win the series after, because then you're going to be getting plus money.
Yeah, you're going to get a much better series price because they open about -180.
Yeah.
So if they win, you're gonna get like +220, +240.
But if Miami win the first 2 games, it's gonna go even higher.
Go way higher.
Way higher, probably +400.
Yep.
Okay.
The odds go
like
down.
I think the Mavericks after the 0-2 start, they were at like +500, +550 to win the series.
The Mavs also look dead in the water after those first 2 games, bro. They got their ass beat.
Crazy.
The fact they turned it around was incredible, man. That's a testament to Jason Kidd.
Well, what's the name? What's the name? Made a good point. Undisputed. I don't watch it that much, but Shannon said he's learning how to play great and let other players play great along with him.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was the biggest turnaround is the first 2 games. It was like Luka and nobody else. And then you got Brunson had a couple games. He went off. Dinwiddie had a couple games. Even fucking Davis Bertans had a game where he fucking hit like 6 threes and he was like 6 or 7.
And when did Cleveland start shooting threes so damn good?
Dude, I mean, that's the thing if you watch the playoffs though, like that's what the best teams shoot threes well. Boston shot the 3 incredible. They lead the playoffs in 3-point percentage, dude. Dallas leads the playoffs in 3 points made. And here both of them are, you know what I mean?
Right. I think the best thing too is that time that Luka missed at the beginning of the playoffs. It had made everybody else kind of step up, learn a role.
They got to play the Jazz, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it helps, you know what I'm saying? But like, I think it just gave everyone else confidence.
They didn't rush him back like the Suns did with Booker, and it still didn't work.
Yeah,
right.
Jazz are out there fighting each other and shit. They're ready. They fucking hate each other. But thank y'all for joining us tonight. Make sure to go to Devour.com or download the Devour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. For Ervin and Raider Eddie, I'm Jordan. Stacks on Stacks on Stacks, lads. I will be back tomorrow night with Big Ball and Ben Larson, talk some baseball and some basketball. And then I'll be back with Eddie on Thursday. Wednesday, I'm sorry. I keep getting all the days fucked up, dude.
Let's go Flames. Fuck the Oilers.
Oilers gonna bring back that Wayne Gretzky. Let's go Oilers.
Let's go, man. Hopefully. I got a future on the Oilers.
Yeah,
so.
since Eddie's going with the Flame, I gotta go opposite.
Hey.
Oilers, do your thing. McDavid.
All right, y'all. Have a great Tuesday. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us for the last hour. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
That dude David is a beast.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.